So do you know how this works?
I've just started hearing about it a little bit, but kind of.
So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna activate this. We're gonna do it over the phone. And what you can do is you can just kind of clip this onto your keys or something.
It's run on Bluetooth, not Wi-Fi, so you can't get tracked. And it's within a small area, so it's not gonna blast you to like a mile and a half out.
Are there any job skills that you'd like to share with the folks who might read about you?
I'm really like a jack of all trades, kind of. I do a lot of stuff.
And then a few words, how did you end up on the streets?
Oh boy.
It's a story, huh?
Yeah, it's a long story.
For the past couple years, food banks, rehab centers, and a handful of other nonprofits around Seattle have been helping people sign up for an app called Samaritan, which lets the homeless ask for money online instead of in person.
When you walk by somebody who has the Samaritan app, it'll ding their phone and say, hey, I'm Danielle. This is kind of my story. And they can donate like $5 or $10 or however much they want. I think it took it. There we go. And that's it. So here is your beacon.
Look at that, Michael. You have $10 on your beacon.
Oh, wow. Nice. It's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool.
There are about 300 people walking around the city with these beacons right now, receiving donations from strangers and then using that money around town.
Why don't we do iced white chocolate mocha? Do you do that?
Yeah.
Do you guys have that? Yeah, let's do that.
Key Hernandez signed up for Samaritan last fall.
Is my beacon popping up on there?
Okay, here you are.
Okay. I've been like chronically homeless or residentially challenged, as I like to put it, for 10 years now? They asked me if I wanted to do this beacon thing, right? And inherently, I don't trust anything that's like offering me things that aren't, you know what I mean? Like whether it's food or money or housing.
Because you assume there's some sort of strings attached to it?
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm used to. It's like speed dating, but for meet your local homeless person. So it's just kind of like, this is funny. It's almost like I've been on Tinder or something.
There are some strings attached. Key can spend donations freely at businesses that have partnered with Samaritan, including grocery stores, thrift shops, and a hairdresser. Useful stuff for survival or a re-entry into the working world. But she needs counselor approval to spend that money elsewhere.
I was excited about the idea that these funds could be used only, in these ways that could help me. Because if you would have handed me cash, I would have spent it on nothing useful.
How much money do people donate to each month?
$350. That's been like the last month, which is kind of crazy.
Samaritan is part nonprofit, part classic startup. Donations in the app are tax deductible. But the founder, Jonathan Kumar, is hoping to eventually make money by licensing the beacon technology.
How did you come up with the idea for the Samaritan app?
We were looking at, could we help people learn the stories of people they were passing by on a daily basis and invest effectively into their lives?
So it's kind of like an individualized GoFundMe?
It's basically, Samaritan is an intervention that drives behavioral change. From our pilot, we've seen about 20% of that population exit to some life-changing outcome, whether it be housing, employment, addiction treatment.
How do you know if that's causal? I mean, like, the people that you're reaching are through nonprofit organizations that are helping them in some way that might be much more significant than $50 that they get over the course of a month.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I think our expertise ends and theirs begins. We're just technology. We're an app and a beacon. We're not taking credit for the outcomes. Those outcomes belong to the nonprofits that are working with these individuals.
Jonathan's hope is that the roughly 10,000 people who've downloaded the app don't just donate, but engage with the homeless.
The easiest thing we can do is to ask someone for $5. The hardest thing we can do is to say, take this person out to coffee. But that's where the magic happens. And we're trying to grow that.
How did the last month go?
I've finally stabilized some things, like I am currently staying with a friend.
It's unclear how many profile views are actually leading to coffee dates. or if that's even a realistic goal. None of the users we spoke with had used the app to meet their beneficiaries in person. But the disintermediation people have hated in lots of other technology might be exactly what makes Samaritan so useful in helping the homeless.
I wonder, is this a way to create a one-sided conversation where a person gives money but doesn't actually interact with the person?
I mean, I think that that's fine. If these people just want to put in like a couple dollars in lieu of just handing a couple dollars to the guy that stands at the freeway every single day when you're on your way to work, who am I to judge that person for like not wanting to have a conversation with the homeless person? I have gotten a lot out of it, but I can't be the arbiter of somebody else's compassion.